is the Mahayana. In Mahayana, according to Mahayana, Buddha's life stories. And there's a Theravada Buddha's life story, a Mahayana Buddha life story. Generally, basically the same, all this. But Mahayana Buddha life story is like based on the same as like called 12 deeds. 12 deeds is more details and more kind of little differently. So this is the Buddha's life story of the Mahayana is called, known as Lalitavastra. And in Sanskrit, in Tibet, Jachar Ropa, or in Sanskrit, I will see what this is here. They made very good, not in Jachar Ropa, Lalitavastra, and what this is. Sorry, don't release it. So anyway, it is the Tibetan version. The Kangyur has over 100 volumes, and this is in the Sutra section, Mahayana Sutra section, and is the second volume, and and the way Buddha taught this teaching is he taught this teaching at the Shavasta and the Jetav groves. He taught this, and it has about 18 pampos, or 18 bigger than a chapter. So it's really 18 chapters or bigger than that. And who translated is again the time of the Guru Pema Sambha Shendara Tsewang Rinpoche, and the translator, the Indian master known as the Jena Matra, Dana Shila, and the Mune Varma, and great translator, Tibetan translator, Pende Yishide, and Shang Yishide, who is in this one of the 25 disciples, who is flying or hovering in the sky as like bird. Bird, you see. I think this one, up on the top of it. Yeah, really. This is, I think, Yishide. So he's very famous translator. He really translated so many teachings of this great master. So that's it. But now, go to the text. What is it? So now, Buddha, firstly, Buddha is in the Tushita heaven, known as Dhampa Tokar in Tibet, and supreme holder of the crown jewel. I think maybe that's the name in Dhamma. And then he was like he's teaching in the Tushita heaven, so many gods and male and females, and everyone is enjoying. But on the music sound, when they're playing the music, sound that come to Kambatoga, now is your time to go to the human world to benefit, help with that. So you must be considering to thinking of the human world. That came in the music. The music, well, they're playing the music or the music songs. So then, of course, of those indications, and Tambatogar appointed his regent as Buddha Maitri, or the Buddha Bodhisattva Maitri, as like teacher of the Tushita heaven, and he put his crown over the Maitreya, and now I will go to the human world to help. And then everyone said, if you go human world, where you will go, which country, where you thinking, in all, everyone has so many different opinions. You should go. And what kind of parent you should take. Everyone, yeah, really has. And then particularly in India, that time, or not that time, it's still true now, there is very, very famous 6 civilized kind of countries. And all is like different kingdoms. And those are known as like Varanasi is one, and Sharvasada is one, and then in the Koshamba is one, and there's called Nepje, I think Sanketa area, which is Indian called Sanketa, and then Vaishali, and then Rajagiri, and all that. So there's different really kind of rulers, and very civilized according to the teaching. Very prosperity, very peaceful, very low of the orders, cultures, music, dance, and then all the really theaters and performances that just like modern times according to teaching. So much. And they are also that they have distinctively cultural, distinctively kind of rules and regulations. So all the gods, if you choose to go to India, which country you will go? Some say it is good to go to the Rajagiri, that which is very kind of again civilized country, king known as the Pimaki. And some say it is Prasenjita or king that his father said, Sharvasta go, these and that things. So then Bodhisattva, who is now like Bodhisattva Tamba Togar, and who is going to become the Buddha Shakyamuni, he looked at everywhere places. And of course he knew already where he'd like to go to be that. And he looked at everyone, and all is a great country, beautiful civilized country, everything, but not the perfect to be as the parent of the Buddha himself. So he understood. So he saw that his mother, the particular father of course Shuddhodan, and mother Maya Devi. And the mother Maya Devi, he saw the perfect mother who was perfect quality of the great ladies and beautiful, calm, peaceful, very generous, open mind, yet so deep and like calm and all the perfect in beauty and knowledge and understand every aspect of that the human being can have, and also particularly woman can have. She has all those qualities and so virtuous and so good. So she is the designated mothers. So those are the kind of simple way to tell you. And now Buddha came in the form of everyone said, how now you're going to enter to the Maya Devi's womb? One we choose. Everyone said this and that things. But all Buddha taught that I'm going to benefit for all the beings, and I'm going to go to the womb as ancient Brahma Indian, what they called best way to enter the mother's womb. And they used to say, ancient in Brahma custom, they say that the child or the person who have the capability to enter the mother's womb with the 6 tusked elephant. 3 tusked here, 3 tusked here, 6 tusked white elephant. If that person who have that capabilities, that person will become the very noble, very divine, that child will. So they used to say that, and so Buddha transformed in the form of the white elephant with the 6 tusks, and all the gods and everyone is making such a big celebration of honor, and the Buddha entered Queen Maya Devi's womb on the full moon days in the Kodan. And so now Buddha when entered, and she also, mother dreamed the same thing. 6 tusked elephant with beautiful jewel and ornated, entered to the mother, to her, came to her. She dreamed, and then she said those dreams to her husband, who is the king Shuddhodan, said this. And they were very delighted. This is the only son for them. They did not have any child. They're really expecting to have the son or the child, but didn't have for a long time. So this time, like all those indications come, she's so excited. Father is so excited. Is so happy, and everything is so, they kept perfectly beautiful to the mother. Exactly in the teaching always they say not too cold, that pregnant lady should stay not too cold, not too hot, and a very cool place. And that lady also should not hear any unpleasant things. Kind of always nice and beautiful. So kind of according to the season, should have everything. The food is also not too hot, not too sweet, not too sour, kind of nice, balance of the food and all those teachings. So they did everything everything did. And he was also so calm and peaceful, particularly he already calm and peaceful. When Buddha, that he consulted as a Buddha, and he becomes so calm, so peaceful, so happy, so blessed. And also her body becomes light. It's not heavy, all the dark and light and all that. So now the Buddha, according to the teaching, Buddha stayed in the womb 10 months. 10 months. So now is the dew, kind of coming, Buddha is coming. So what is this? So now Buddha is coming. What is this now? So now Buddha is really and when Buddha is again concepted at that time, generally there's so many beautiful, auspicious, extraordinary kind of like natural occurrences happened in the city of the Kapilavastu, in Buddha's kingdom. That area, so many beautiful things happened. And there's there's like 32 different omens, beautiful omens came. And the beautiful flowers are blossoming. Now is like when Buddha is ready to come out, and all the ponds are filled with so many beautiful flowers, and all the trees are really coming so many beautiful leaves, and also so many flowers, and those are also very bright and strong and so brilliant, and so many kind of treasures are also kind of happenings. And in many family holders in the house, family's house, also many kind of light, the beams of light are coming, one after another. And the fragrance or celestial fragrance are happening. And then so many people, every kind of city, the people have become so friendly, so each other, so kind, so nice to each others. And then also this King Shuddhadana has many elephants, like as the King Lakshmi saw, the elephant, and they give begin to give the birds. And those babies are also, when they give they give the birth of the baby elephant, and those baby elephants are all coming to the King Shuddhadana and smelling all the trunk. Trunks smelling to his King Shuddhadana's the feet, golden feet. And then many kind of like celestial boys are arising, appears with beautiful built, and they all came and the Queen Maya Devi has also so many retinue, lady retinues. They all come in their kind of laps and they're playing, rolling in and out, so all this. And many Naga girls came, they kind of appeared from the space as half body, and they began to weaving the like peacock feathers, and so many also goddesses are holding the what's called vase with the fragrance waters, and they are carrying and they are singing the dancing and the singing. So all these beautiful things really happening, and then there's a kind of like all the unpleasant noise are completely disappeared, and all the beautiful sounds of birds are singing and they're playing or the dancings. And so it just an atmosphere of the entire city and country of the Charavasta become so beautiful, so perfect, and so calm and so peaceful. So that's really the happened. And then also many kind of musical things, the fragrant things, all that happened. I mean, it's continually listed. And then so that and that time, and Queen Maya Devi is sitting on the very nice, beautiful precious thrones, she now feel is ready to give the birth. Birth is coming soon. She really thought that. And she thought that, but she also same time, she feel she like to go to the garden. She like to go to the garden. She kind of longing of the going to the garden become very strong. Or park, going to the park, become very storms. And so, then when that happened, then she came to her husband, who was the Khenpo Tsewang, said that, King, if you permitted me, I like to go to the garden. I feel very, very kind of desire to go to the garden, and let me go to the garden if you can make the preparations. And when she said that, and he immediately over delighted, and he prepared everything, and ordered or asked all the ministers and all the maidens and retinues, please make every preparation. The Queen Maya Devi is going to the garden. Make every good preparations. So then he did that, and he was. Then he went with so many warriors. Warriors are become as protectors of hers, and so many beautiful young girls are kind of her companions. And many elders and the knowledge, they are all kind of protecting of her. And the King Shuddhadan organized with beautiful, also continuous beautiful music and the celebrations. And then that's how he went. And then in the place where he is going, King Shuddhadan has, according to the teaching, he has 4 gardens in 4 different directions. So this time he is going to Lumbini Gardens. And Lumbini Garden where he is going, again they prepared so beautiful, perfectly, everything kind of nice and beautiful, and just every arrangement, really they did. So that's what at that moment when she arrived there, and the moment she arrived there, and now she feels that she's going to give the birth. Can you believe it? And when he arrived there is so many beautiful trees, so many illuminated trees, but one tree is standing so kind of like tally or I'm standing noticeably, and it's kind of like almost like inviting the Queen Maya Devi to come to that tree. And in a way extending the branches toward her. It's so, and the area is also so beautiful. It's so green and vast and space, and all the grass looks like shimmering with light as peacock feathers, and also very smooth and gentle that area is. And then that moment, the gods in the sky started singing the songs, and that is a song. And when they are singing the song and bowing down toward that trees, and so she came to that trees. And when that happened, and trees also bowing down to the Queen Maya Devis, in the way of Queen Maya Devis. And so, and Maya Devi kind of extended her right arm, kind of as lightning to that kind of like binding, or the tree trunks are limbs, right? Limbs are kind of almost binding toward her, and he also extended, so they kind of immediately just touch to each other or welcome to each other. Like a right hand. And that moment, then desire, so many goddesses came to to Maya Devi, and they began to respect it to her. And then so many, again, beautiful things happened. Beautiful things happened, and then that moment, Buddha came. Buddha was born, came without any kind of effect any kind of defect of that. He just so alertly, so mindful, so clear, and without any that he came. And that moment, again the Buddha is saying, all the noble students, that time when I came, and that moment, king of the Indra, the king of the god Indra, and as well as the Brahma, they both are right in front of me. They both as divine white cloth, very like divine white silk clothes. So clothes that will completely cover his body, and they trying to pick up the Buddha, baby Buddha. And so when they trying to pick up that, in some other sutra said, and Buddha said, immediately called to Indra. Koshaka is the name of another name of the Indra, and Koshaka, don't touch me, don't touch me. And he said that, and he walked 7 steps each directions. And here also said too, the moment I was born, and I walked, and as like I walked to the different directions, and a Naga king known as a Gao and a near Gao, they all appeared in the sky, and they showered me with the cool and warm waters, and then as well as many guards, and also showered, and so many flowers are dropped in the sky, on the ground, and so many. And then so I walked 7 steps in the different directions. Then I sitting on the lotus with the and looking in the 4 different directions as lines gaze and the gaze of the fearlessness. And that moment also that everyone, all the people who see me saw the baby body Buddha, they also immediately able to maintain perfect morality, perfect concentration, perfect also wisdom status, and we go to and so they again so here more toward and with it also Buddha is the baby Buddha is completely alert and clear in wisdom, and so therefore with that and said that every activity I will do, all will come with the bodhicitta activity or the bodhisattva activities. That is the every activity or every action I take, that will do. He said that and walked toward the east direction 7 steps. And then he walked to the southern directions. And I will be the object of venerations of the gods and humans, and walk the 7 steps. And the 7 steps walked in the west direction. I am the supreme in the samsaras, and in the west. And the 7 steps walked on the north, and he said, "This is my last birth, getting old, sicknesses and death, and I will defeat all of them. He said, and I will be the supreme teacher in the human world. Said, and walk the 7 steps in the northern directions. And I will remove all the obstacles and negativities. And I will cool down all the lower realms. And he said, and he walked a different direction again. And he looked upward, Buddha looked, this is the Buddha's teaching, so he said, I looked upward, that I will weld every living being to the enlightenment status. Said that, and he looked up to the sky. And the moment he made those statements, and that kind of heard by every different directions. And then all that, everyone is also very excited and happy to see and to me or to baby Buddha, and then they started playing, dancing and singing and all that. So that is my brief stories of the birthday.
Thank you.
Okay, that is really more. This is the more things, all this. So that's it. Yeah, I think that's the kind of just the birthday sections. So that according to Theravada, or according to the Tibetan Buddhism, that happened today. According to Tibetan calendar. And then according to Theravada, that happened last month. They all in one same day, in which is the full moon. Birthday in enlightenment, Mahaparinirvana, all is, I think, in the same day, the full moon. But the Tibetan today is the birthday, and the next week, I think it's Tuesday, right? Next Tuesday is the full moon, and that is the enlightenment and Mahaparinirvana. And then if you think also carefully, Buddha said like, what's called 12 deeds. 12 deeds, what are those 12 deeds? Entering the mother's womb, taking the birth, and then studying, and then wedding, and then renouncing, and then ascetic practices, and then walking toward the Bodhi or to the enlightenment, and sitting under the Bodhi trees, and getting or defeating all the obstacles, and getting enlightenment, and they're turning the wheel of Dharma and entering the Mahaparinirvana. Those are the 12 deeds, I think. Among that, so really, if we think carefully, this next week is one of the 12 deeds is walking toward the Bodhi tree. That also happening next week. And then also defeating all the Maras. That also happening on that full moons. That is one of the 12 deeds. And then getting enlightenment, of course. That. So this is many times they say like very special day of the Buddha. Among all the 12 activities the Buddha did, like 3 is major, but the 2 others, and all that way, Buddha really did more than 3, 5, I think, all deeds happened on this month. So therefore, this month is considered one of the very special months of the virtues. To do the virtuous activity, it multiplies like hundreds and thousand times, according to the teaching, really. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Muchas gracias. And now, Andy, come here.